Your goal should be to be easeful. You disturb your ease by doing wrong things, and you call yourself diseased. To be peaceful, if a person lives based on this I, me, mine, he can never be peaceful. And then to be useful. Nothing will disturb you if your life is based on selflessness. And you can always be peaceful. And when you are peaceful, you are a happy person. I'm fortunate, in a way, to be born in a family of pious parents. They instilled the faith in God in my heart. And somehow from then on, I never worried about anything. Ultimately, I heard of another great saint in the Himalayas, Swami Satchidananda, and that was more or less the culmination of my search.
And I knew that America, everybody was experimenting, and everybody was trying to find another way of expanding the mind. The yogic type of thinking about love and peace, it was in the air, it was sort of a fashion. But for it to really become part of your lifestyle, not just an idea, was very big. And I said to him, I said, Swami, America needs you. And I remember he kind of laughed and he slapped his knee and he said, why, America needs me? And he said, well, if America needs me, maybe I'll come.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
America is helping everybody in the material field, but the time has come for America to help the whole world with spirituality also.
While some young people demonstrate for peace and others seek it in the artificial solace of drugs, here in New York, Swami Satchidananda teaches another way to peace. And on Friday evenings, he helps both young and old in the age-old battle to control the mind, which is the power of yoga.
It is impossible to reform outside without having that reformation within ourselves.
I'm so disillusioned. I used to say to Swami, what about the world? And we got trouble in Palestine, and he used to go, oh my God. He says, I gave you a broom. I told you to clean your closet. And you want to clean the whole house? Finish your closet and then come back and talk to me,
I'd say we were younger, we were cruder, and perhaps somewhat caught up in just the whole idea of studying yoga and practicing yoga. But we knew there was something there. So we went from maybe romantically loving the idea of a guru and yoga practice to really experiencing something that shifted our whole way of understanding life, our whole way of being in the world.
I don't think that you can truly achieve health, certainly the health that will make you happy and glow in life, without dealing with the spiritual issues. Because you have to have an insight into what it's all about. And we frequently look upon organized religion, and by the way, sometimes organized religion comes in the form of science, to deal with these issues for us. But at the end of every experience of that nature, there's always the why. Why is this happening? Why is this worth it? And what's going to become of me? And we have to have some type of a congruent system for ourselves to cope with that question. And for that reason, I would never try to advise someone to take care of their body without dealing at the same time with the spiritual issues that I know they're facing, because they're human, and all humans face that issue.
Yoga is not another religion. It simply presents the basic principles behind all the religions. So there's no Western teaching, Eastern teaching, only superficial. The basis, there's no East, West, North, South. It's all just one.
Had a lot of visibility as a major religious figure in America. He was a Hindu leader who wasn't just talking to Hindus about Hindu ritual. He was talking about the issues of the world, which included dealing with people of other traditions, because we're now living in a globalized world.
The society in which fundamentalism thrives is a certain level of human development. And until we rise to another level of whole human development, we are stuck in that. On that level, you just do that. You cannot even think otherwise. You think in we and they, and my God and their God. This is part of this level of human consciousness.
A simple idea I don't know why we can't recognize it. Listen, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. In my synagogue I add, listen, O Israel, and listen, O humankind. Everybody has to listen. What's the message? There's only one God. And therefore, by definition, there's only one family of all humankind. You're white, I am black. You're Jew, I'm Gentile. You're Christian, you're this. Absolutely stupid. It doesn't fit us. We are all children of that one God, and we are brothers and sisters, and we have to love each other.
In fact, the world statistics say that more people were killed in the name of religion and God than by any other reasons. Could that be the purpose of religions? Who gave us the religious teachings? The prophet, the Jesus, Moses, Muhammad, Shankara? No. Religions always have the same aim behind, same goal. And even there is not much difference in presentation, but the problem is in understanding. Then I thought there should be a place to remind that, a permanent place. It is that idea that made me think of lotus. So I said, a shrine in the form of lotus, L-O-T-U-S. It stands for Light of Truth Universal Shrine. The first shrine which could accommodate altars for all the various faiths. So it's a physical, concrete symbol to express the goal that we should get united in the name of religion. That's the purpose of religion. Let's not kill each other in the name of God and religion. So it accommodates all the various faiths. So anybody who comes here can see it's my place. And people have all over the world come, visited, and they felt so much at home.
You know, this vision of this lotus temple, I think, is more relevant today than ever, because all of the things that we are so afraid of, you know, terrorism and religious wars and jihads and all of this, they all begin with that misperception that we are separate and only separate from each other. Because once we have the other half of that, which is, yes, we are separate and we are all interconnected, it becomes much harder to demonize people and to do bad things to them.
Maybe the clock's running out a little bit. You know, maybe it's getting a little crazy now. Maybe it's time we really get down to business now. You know, because it could be this book that they've been reading all these years has got an ending, right? Yeah, there's an ending in there. So maybe it's getting a little quick pace because we got to bring our consciousness up fast.
Looking in the world around us today and seeing climate change, seeing the levels of pollution in the world, seeing countries like China and India trying to catch up to America in terms of consumption of world resources and primarily an emulation of the West. The West has a great opportunity right now to share the lessons, the hard lessons we have learned, if we've really learned them, with the rest of the world. The popularity of yoga gives a platform upon which to present these ideas to the rest of the world in a way that they're very eager to hear them.
Yoga gives you the foundation. Then you can build anything you want over it. So it's not an escapism at all. On the other hand, it is a preparation to face the world and to make the world a happy place to live.
I mean, he wasn't selling a bill of goods. He was himself there, welcoming you, and so humorous.
He always taught us that life was for fun. And he showed that by having fun almost all the time.
Life is to have fun. If we want, we can always be happy. It's completely in our hands. If I can have the right attitude, nobody, I mean really nobody, on this earth or anywhere in the planet can make me unhappy. There is a feeling that a priest, a monk should not laugh, should be very serious, always talk about the heaven. I tell them, I say, heaven can wait. You are here on this earth, let us make this a heaven.
He created fun. He put on my robe. And then he also said to me, you know what? He said, in my former life, I was the rabbi, you were the Swami.
Somebody asked a question. Now, Swamiji, if you lived all alone on an island and there was absolutely nothing to eat but meat, what would you do? And he looked at the guy and he said, if there was nothing else to eat, I'd eat you.
I mean, Sri Gurudev has always said the highest compliment that you can ever pay me, he said, is to enjoy all the happiness and joy that I experience.
Which is, what are you doing this moment to realize who you are, to know who you are, to know yourself from the inside? Because that's what you get to take with you in the continuing journey. And people would ask him, what would your last words be? He would always say, see you later.
It's very simple. Keep your body as clean as possible, your mind as clear as possible. That's all we need. And do it in any way you can, in your own way. It doesn't matter. That's why I say, peaceful body, peaceful mind. And then you will be useful. You don't have to become a useful person. You will be useful. So if you remember this always, you don't need me anymore, you don't even need to hear me anymore. Good idea. Thank you.